That's what I'm doing. Like I'm just figuring it out. Like people say I want to be an A&R. Like, dog, do you understand? Everybody wants to be an A&R. That's another. Everybody wants to be an A&R. But then the A&Rs want to be somebody too. I want to be something more than what I am. I would love it. So, I mean, don't go for nobody's seat, honestly. Because you don't really know you really don't want to know what you're going to have to do to get there. It's like me, like, it took my father dying for me to realize I got to get off my behind and go for it. If he didn't pass away, I probably would be still one of them dudes out there like, yeah, I'm in the music business. Ain't making no real moves. My point is that it took some major things to happen to me for me to just go gung-ho for it. Like I told you before, the people I came in the room with, like, I'm one of the guys that I'm lasting. I ain't even say I lasted. I'm lasting. I'm just happy to be surviving in this business. I'm not even, I know dudes who coming at me like, same dudes like, yo man, I'm telling you man, I'm about to release this EP. I'm like, dog, you have no damn clue what you're doing. I feel bad for you. Like, I feel bad for somebody that don't know. Like, you ever seen one of them, you ever heard that statement, if you saw my eyes saw, you would do things so different? If people saw what I saw or knew what I knew, I think 95% of people trying to be in the music business wouldn't try. Honest to God. Because it's scary. It's real. Like, I've seen dudes who I've looked up to, who I've like, man, I just want to be like you. I remember this one guy, I ain't gonna say his name, but he was an A&R Jive. I remember he used to have the Corvette. I come to New York, he got the car. I'm like, man, I want to be like you. Then, heard he got fired. Who gives a damn about him anymore? And then it's just being honest. Like, now that I'm saying people who was, you don't think I know that if I get fired tomorrow from Motown, half the people call me not gonna call me? I know that. That's why I built my own stuff, so at least you know that I know that you only messing with me because you think I can help you. So I've seen people like who was head of labels and then they get fired. Nobody cares about them no more. I mean, it's like they probably can't even get a phone call. I said, it's this one dude who played me. I ain't gonna say his name, but he played me so bad when I was coming up. I saw him. Guess what I got? I got his job. I got his job. Real talk. I was like, you don't remember me, did you? You had a meeting with me. He said, what you doing now? I said, oh yeah, I work in Motown. He said, man, you took my job. I was like, man, I bet you, I appreciate, man. Damn, I want to get a meeting with you. I'm thinking to myself like, you gotta think like that. That's why I treat everybody like they're equal. That's why I sit in the room and talk to everybody. Because you never know where that person gonna be at and where that person gonna end up. So that's why for me it's like, I don't know. You think Dame saw Jay breaking up Rockefeller and him ending up where he at today? I bet you he didn't. Because if he did, he probably wouldn't have bought them houses. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Like, most people don't see it happen. Most people don't see it coming. I know people who was working and then I hear the next day they got fired. You got fired? What's your plan? Man, I don't know. That's scary. Like, I know any day I can get a call right now saying we letting you go. It's the reality of the business I'm in. I understand that. So I do my best to be on my stuff and to make sure that I take care of the people around me and that I can keep good face with everybody. Because you never know. I wasn't going to meet with Sylvia to get a job. I remember the day I got the job. I remember how many people was calling me like, man, we got to get up. I'm like, for me? You want to get up with me now? I remember I used to chase you. Like, sometimes just let stuff land in your lap. Like, it's a big plan. It's a big world, and God has his way of shifting things and moving things and bringing things your way and taking things away. Give as much energy as you can to this and let the things that's supposed to be moved or shift. Like, I didn't know I was going to get a job with Sylvia. I had no idea. Sylvia Roan, that's my boss. Sylvia Roan is the president of Universal Motown. That's who hired me. That's who I work for. I had no idea. But them other A&Rs in the room had no idea I was going to get the job either. Nobody knew. I got the job though. But that's because I was in Philly. I said, yo, let me go to New York, try to take some meetings with people. I don't care. I just love what I do. I could have easily got online, got on the internet, met some girls, and did whatever I wanted to do. But I was like, nah, let me go to New York. It's an hour and a half drive. Why not? Let me just go meet people. Went there, look what happened. If you want to get some music to me, just be out. Just be out. Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something real quick. I remember I was in a club It's like, I went to high school with Ludacris, by the way. We went to Banneker together. I remember I was in the club, you know me, I'm thinking, oh, I know him, so he probably gonna put me on. One time I was like, yo. No, this real talk. I was like, yo, man, I got this music, man, I was trying to get him a CD. He ain't had no pockets. He was like, man, I gotta go, man, just find me. I was so mad. Like, how the hell you gonna tell me just find you? Who the hell I think? I was pissed. Find you? I went to high school with you, man. You think this is me I'm being honest right now. And I was like, and as time went on, I appreciate what he said to me. Because I always tell people, you can't sit in my room and tell me you the next dude. You can't tell me that. You can't sit in the room and say, I'm the next man. Trust me, because guess what? If you are, it will happen. And then when you get there, you're going to appreciate, you're going to know what I meant that day by not taking a CD, because you're going to get 1,000 CDs yourself and you're not going to want to take no CDs. So I know some people who look for me. When I go to my hood, people are like, man, you just the man I'm looking for. Come here looking for me, because anywhere where the music business is hot, I'm there. If there's a talent show, I'm there. If it's an event, I'm there. If it's a party, I'm there. If anything going on in the music business, I'm there. Where we at right now? A studio. It's easy. Like if you in the middle of it, like I'm in the middle of it, we have no choice but to bump into each other. And then once we bump into each other, we'll have a conversation. And then once we have a conversation, if things go right, we might make some money together. I make money with a lot of people just this way. We was in the studio working on Usher. Beanie Siegel walks in the room. Beanie Siegel comes in. Yo, what's that y'all doing? Yeah, we could do. Beanie was like, yo, man, I want to mess with y'all. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. We did a song that ended up on his album. Shot a video for. Now we mess with Beans. You know, like we in the studio. We in LA. I heard. We was working on Brandy. In the studio with Brandy. I heard Jennifer Hudson was in town looking for records. Had a record that Brandy didn't like. It wound up being If It Isn't Love by Jennifer Hudson. Her single that's out right now. Brandy didn't want it. Jennifer Hudson did. She probably not mad. I don't care if she is or not. I'm not mad, but I saw Brandy. Hey, it's still love. Hey, how you doing? It's love. Cause she know I might pass up on the greatest thing and be pissed. But guess what? She might not have been in the If It Isn't Love move. She might not have been in that mood. She might not have felt like If This Isn't Love. She might have been in the mood when she wanted to bash a man. You never know how somebody feeling that day. Jennifer Hudson wasn't it. Well, she was falling in love with some dude. She about to get married. That was but God will make things work in your favor. And to be honest with you, no disrespect to Brandy or her people, because her A&R, that's my fam. But what album would we have rather been on? Jennifer sold way more. Jennifer's almost platinum. Brandy last album didn't do that well. It sold probably 150,000. Jennifer Hudson is at like 800,000. So we made more money going that way. But I didn't take it personal. I just went. I took Verse to Sylvia, my boss. She passed. Took him to Jimmy. He signed it. I mean, like, it's all about your energy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I didn't quit. I didn't stop. I just went for it. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where the hell I'm going to be. I didn't know I was doing this interview until somebody called me and said, can you do it today at 6? Why not? You never know what's going to happen. All I always say, get in the game. You never know what the hell's going to happen in the go. Just jump in. You might, don't get me wrong, you might not make no money for some years. You might get screwed out of some money. You might get burned. You might get played. But everything I said you might get happened to me. And I wouldn't change nothing.